Hi everyone, it's James from HasWings. Flight cancellations are never fun, but they happen. Today, I'll walk you through what to do if your flight is cancelled, what your rights are, and how to get compensation if you're flying in the UK or Europe. Let's break it down so you're ready if things don't go to plan. Even after Brexit, the UK kept the same rules for air passenger rights. So here's what you need to know. If your flight is cancelled, the airline must help you out. This includes offering you food and drinks, a place to stay if you're stuck overnight, and transportation to and from the airport. How quickly this help kicks in depends on the distance of your flight and how long the delay is. For flights under 1,500 kilometers, which is about 930 miles, you'll get assistance after a 2-hour delay. For example, a flight from London to Amsterdam, which takes about 1 hour. For flights between 1,500 and 3,500 kilometers, which is about 930 to 2,175 miles, help starts after a 3-hour delay. For instance, a flight from London to Athens, Greece, about a 3.5-hour flight. For flights over 3,500 kilometers, which is about 2,175 miles, you'll get assistance after a 4-hour delay. An example would be a flight from London to New York, with a flight time of around 8 hours. When a flight is cancelled, the airline must offer you 2 choices. They can rebook you on the next available flight, or give you a full refund. If your new flight is the next day, they must also cover your hotel and transport. And if your new flight leaves from a different airport, the airline must provide transport to get you there. Flights can sometimes be delayed or cancelled because the airline doesn't have enough staff, like pilots or cabin crew. If that's the reason for the delay, you have the right to compensation, because staff shortages are the airline's responsibility. As long as the airline didn't tell you about the cancellation more than 14 days in advance, you should be able to claim compensation. Compensation. When can you get it? So, when can you get compensation? If the cancellation or delay is the airline's fault, like staff shortages, technical problems, or overbooking, you're likely entitled to it. But if it's caused by things like bad weather, security risks, or airport strikes, which are considered extraordinary circumstances, you won't be able to claim compensation. How much compensation can you get? Now, let's talk about how much compensation you can get. It depends on how far you're flying, and here's a quick guide. For flights under 1,500 kilometers, about 930 miles, you can claim up to £220. For example, a flight from London to Paris. For flights between 1,500 kilometers and 3,500 kilometers, around 930 to 2,175 miles. Compensation is up to £350. For instance, a flight from London to Lisbon, Portugal. For flights over 3,500 kilometers, or roughly 2,175 miles, you can claim up to £520. For example, a flight from London to Dubai. Remember, this compensation is separate from your refund or rebooking. How to claim. Compensation. If you think you're eligible for compensation, contact the airline directly. Most airlines have a form on their website for you to fill out. Make sure to keep your boarding pass, booking details, and receipts for any extra expenses. If the airline refuses your claim and you think they're wrong, you can take it to the UK Civil Aviation Authority or a dispute resolution service. Final tips. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips to help you out. If your flight gets cancelled or delayed, keep all your documents, boarding pass, emails, and receipts for extra costs. Get confirmation from the airline about why the flight was cancelled. Don't accept vouchers unless you prefer them. You're entitled to cash compensation. Know the difference between things that are the airline's fault and extraordinary circumstances. That's it. Your guide to flight cancellations and compensation in the UK. Knowing your rights can make things much easier when travel plans change. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more helpful travel tips from HasWings. Stay inspired and keep soaring high. See you next time.